Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be giving a general overview of vitamins. I'll touch upon some information that pertains to both the water soluble and the fat soluble vitamins, and then there'll be additional lectures on the water soluble and fat soluble vitamins. You won't be seeing me today because it's the weekend and my hair and makeup folks didn't show up. So let's start. So some fun facts about vitamins. They're actually named in order of discovery, so A, B, C, D, and so on and so forth. And there are a number of substances that were at first thought to be vitamins, probably 20 or 30. And when it was realized they weren't essential, they were dropped as a vitamin. For example, vitamin P. Consider yourself lucky. In my metabolism class, I had to memorize all those vitamins that we no longer use. B vitamins were actually thought to be one vitamin instead of the numerous B vitamins that we have. So what is a vitamin? How do we define a vitamin? We know it's a complex organic compound, and the body can't make it, or at least can't make enough to maintain good health and prevent deficiency. It naturally occurs in most foods that are consumed commonly, and there is a deficiency condition or disease that is exhibited when the vitamin is missing or absent in the diet. If we reintroduce that vitamin into the diet once again, good health is restored and the deficiency disappears. Most vitamins do have more than one form. For example, vitamin A has the following forms: retinol, retinal, and retinoic acid. Provitamins are vitamin precursors that do not function until they're actually converted to the active vitamin form. So two examples of those would be beta carotene, which we're fairly familiar with. It's that plant pigment, the orange color, although there's some rich green veggies that actually are rich in beta carotene as well, but that's a precursor to vitamin A. Tryptophan is an amino acid. I think most of us realize that that's in turkey, and that's a precursor to the B vitamin niacin. So what's the difference between vitamins and our carbohydrates, proteins, and fats that we ingest and that we've already talked about? Well, vitamins are organic, so are carbs, fats, and proteins, so they're the same. Vitamins have no calories, and of course, the macronutrients provide us with calories. We refer to vitamins in general as micronutrients. Carbs, fats, and proteins are macronutrients. And vitamins are found in very small amounts. We're talking milligrams or micrograms doses. Whereas when we talk about carbohydrate, fat, and protein, we talk about them in terms of grams. Let's talk about what an antioxidant is, because a number of the vitamins have antioxidant properties that I'll be discussing in future lectures. So when we say oxidation, we mean that electrons have been lost. And when there's a reduction, you have a gain of electrons. So you've gained a negative charge and therefore you've reduced the molecule. Oxidation reactions can form radicals, which are not a good thing, or free radicals, and they have unpaired electrons, so they're very unstable. And antioxidants, some of the vitamins that we'll be discussing, give up electrons to make these free, dangerous radicals, if you will, more stable. So how does that work? If they give up an electron to a free radical, an antioxidant will protect the other molecules. And that, again, stabilizes the free radical. Beta carotene, E, and C function as antioxidants. There are other antioxidants that we classify as phytochemicals, such as flavonoids, polyphenols, lycopene, and lutein. And you'll see the lutein and lycopene and some of the general standard multivitamin mineral formulations that are on the market now. If you want to think about it visually, what antioxidants do, we have environmental factors that we're exposed to: the sun, UV rays, pollution, stress, which I think everyone has a lot of in their life, poor nutrition, bad food, or less than ideal food choices. And you can see the cells split in half, and without the protection of antioxidants, you have the free radicals damaging the cellular membrane. And with the protection from antioxidants, we can see that the cell membrane maintains its integrity. Where do we get vitamins? Well, there's the natural sources: plants, animals, fungi, and bacteria, and then there are the man-made ones in the laboratory. Most natural and synthetic forms have equal activity in the body. However, there are a few exceptions. Natural vitamin E has more or greater biological activity than the synthetic form, and just the opposite for folate, which I think is pretty interesting. The synthetic folate is actually has greater biological activity than the naturally occurring folate. Most absorption of vitamins occurs in the small intestine. I say most, there's always exceptions to the rules. It's not 100% efficient. So if you take in 75 milligrams of vitamin C, not all of that's going to be absorbed, for example. In general, the body does increase absorption when the vitamin is needed. So during growth, infancy, and adolescence are two periods where an individual experiences rapid growth, as well as pregnancy, and during lactation or milk production. Deficiencies usually result from poor diets or certain health conditions. Severe deficiencies in this country are fairly uncommon because of our food preservation practice, enrichment and fortification, and we do have widespread availability of fresh fruits and vegetables, even up here in the north where I live, where UNE is. We obviously aren't going to be growing any fruits and vegetables during the winter, but we do have access, obviously, to those things. Vitamin toxicity, more likely to occur with the fat-soluble vitamins because they're fat-soluble. They are carried and transported by lipid and tend to deposit in those tissues, and that can cause accumulation. Some of the water-soluble vitamins can cause toxicity. We'll talk about that in the future. And usually, though, when you see a case of toxicity, it's resulting from excessive supplementation. Who's at risk for vitamin deficiency in this country? Alcoholics in particular. Thiamine deficiency we see often with alcoholics. Elderly, they may not be eating as well. They may have vitamin B12 deficiency due to decreased gastric acid production. Those folks that are in the hospital for a long time, or long-term care patients where they actually reside in skilled or long-term care facilities, tend to be at risk. Anorexia nervosa, for obvious reasons, they're not ingesting enough food and therefore they're going to be deficient in their micronutrients. Certain GI disorders, short bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, there are a number of disorders, celiac sprue, and rare metabolic conditions as well will predispose someone to vitamin deficiency. And that concludes our general overview of vitamins. Next time we'll be talking about the water-soluble vitamins. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.